Hey guys, so today we're going to look at this. This is an Autel. It's an electrical system diagnostic tester. So basically when you get it, it's going to come in this nice hard shell case. You're going to have your user manual. You're going to have the piece so you can plug it in your car through the cigarette lighter. You're going to have, so you can set it onto anything like your jumper cables. And you're also going to have the unit itself. So basically, you're going to have two ways that you can test. You can hook this up. You're going to see it has a jumper extension. So you're going to either be able to clip, this is your ground clip, hook it up on this and plug it into your cigarette lighter, or hook it up to this and hook it up to your battery to test it. So basically, you're going to use this to test your voltage, check for loose wires, system diagnostics. So this PS100 performs every type of service, including power injection measurement, ground testing, polarity checks, continuity testing, and component activation. Easy to read OVA meter allows you to read the voltage, current, and resistance at the fingertips. With the flip of the power switch, you have instant hot ground lead, power up electrical components like cooling fans, relays, etc. Simultaneously uses the hot lead and ground to check active components in your hand. Instantly identifies positive, negative, and open circuits. Test for bad grounds instantly, allowing you to follow and locate any kind of shorts in the fuses. So when I go to use this, I'm probably going to hook it up. I'll show you how to hook it up to the battery, but I'm probably not going to use that. For me, it's easier to just plug it into the cigarette lighter. But some people have cigarette lighters that don't work. So this is just going to go in here, quick connect like that. Then we use this to probe and test the circuits, such like that. You'll use the switch here. And then we will have this put in here like this. We'll hook that up to a ground. It tells you the positive and negative. See how I got this? You can't do this wrong. It's impossible. It's set up, you can only put it in one way. So when you put it in correctly, it will go like that, all the way in until you see it connect. And now it's ready to go out test. So now if I was going to use my battery, what I would do, I would just hook these up here, positive to positive, like this, negative to negative. Then I would plug that in here so that I would have power supplied to my unit. As we discussed earlier, what I want to do is I'm going to use my cigarette lighter. So I'm just going to open this up and we're going to see the length on these as I plug this in. Now this ground, I probably won't be using this very much. If I was like checking the lights on a trailer, I would want to ground this to the frame of the trailer. But basically for what I'm checking, I won't need this too much. So I will be plugging this in. Now you're probably going to have to turn your car on or turn your, because you're going to see there's no power to it. So I have my keys, got my probe here. The probe looks like, we're going to see how long this is. I believe it's 10 foot, but you have an extension to go up to 20 if you want. So start the car, you're going to see right here on the unit, right there, you have power. Make sure it's pushed in all the way or you will not have power. And as soon as you do, your volt, this comes on, tells you how many volts you got. And when you push this button here, it switches. So if you're checking frequency, you can check your ohms. And this is for sound. So you just go through here and check. We'll go check some stuff. So right now I have my car off. I do have my battery on. Now watch, doing this for a few minutes, this is not going to be a big deal. If you was to do it for an extended period of time, you could drain your battery. You see I have my unit here on. So we're going to do different tests on it. I'm through here checking these different ones to make sure we have voltage. So we're just checking. You'll see this one does have 11.7 volts there. 11.7 volts there. And that one has nothing. 11.7, 11.7. This one has three, bouncing between 2.4 and 3 volts in there. This is a jumper. Now, this is basically to go see if you're getting, let's say you think you have a blown fuse. You can go in here and test and see if there's power coming to these different units. You see none of these have anything coming to them. Now with the car turned off, some of these won't be getting voltage and they shouldn't be getting voltage. So the whole idea is to go through here and check these different ones. See, some are getting voltage that are supposed to, and you can also back probe down inside of here. We shouldn't be getting voltage in these. These, they should be getting voltage. And it is. Next one is. That one's not. That one's not. So basically, you're going to use that to go through there and check those. And then you can go to your other ones. This tells you the max and minimum. You can check these. We got a, you didn't know if you've seen that line. See the line there on the top? It's telling you that straight across, it's telling you that's good. It's getting a full signal. Checking this, you can back probe these different ones to see if you should be getting anything and you don't, or you're not. It goes down inside of there. That should not be getting anything. So you're basically going through and you're checking your electronics in your system to make sure you're getting voltage or not getting voltage when you should. If you're not getting voltage and you should be, you need to trace back and see what the problem is. If you are getting voltage and you shouldn't be, you need to find out why. You can also use this to check, okay, if you think a fuse is blown, are you getting voltage? If I'm getting voltage here, but I'm not getting it, then you probably got a blown fuse. And I just finished checking these last couple here. That one has nothing. That one has 11.6. And then again, I can go back to check it on the, I go check my different ones to see what kind of voltage, if I hit the wrong button. The only bad thing when it's cold and you got gloves on like I do today, it's easy to hit the wrong button because these gloves are fat. And we're checking there. See, as I touch this, I let go, let go, let go. It's saying I'm not getting constant voltage because I'm not holding it on there. What you want is constant voltage. So if I hold it on here, it should go up and stay there, and it is. But if for some reason it was doing this, and I was actually holding it on there the whole time, you've got an intermittent signal, so there's something wrong. So this is really good for that as well. You can see, okay, yeah, you might be getting voltage, but it's not a constant voltage. So you need to see why it is coming on and off and clicking like this. That's not a good sign. You want a solid line like this all the way across, saying you're getting constant voltage. And I originally told you I wasn't going to show you how to hook it up. I was going to show you, but not actually do it. I think I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that real quick since we're almost done. So for those of you, as I said, I showed you how, but I'm actually going to do it this time. If you don't want to have your car keys in your car drain your battery, remember that this will not allow you to put it in incorrectly because of the way the holes are. So you're just going to put this piece in till you get it all the way in. Sometimes it's a little difficult to push because it's brand new. So I'm going to hold this unit up. I'm going to attach my ground first. And then I will attach my positive. And you'll see it comes on. Now the unit is ready to use, and I can go back in and check if I want to, different things. You see there again, I got where I just barely touched that. I got a constant, but if I wasn't, I would get my mixed signal. So it's good for like that. There's also the ohms, which I don't have anything to check right now. But this is a basic on how to use this. And then when you're done, make sure you detach these. Don't let these touch together. Like I said, if you were checking a trailer, let's say I was checking the, make sure I'm getting a good signal on my trailer signal. You're going to want to attach these two or into your cigarette lighter. You're going to want to attach your ground and then start probing with this. That way you're grounded because that's a separate unit. So you'd want to use that to ground it. This is a really handy tool for checking things like this. And you'll see I only used one of these because it's a 10-footer. But it comes with an extension that makes it up to 20 for if you're doing a trailer or something further. So when you go through this book, it has quite a few things that you can read to check in here. Basically, it shows you how to hook it like we showed you. Here it'll show you how to check for your ohms. So it tells you to go in there and basically you're flipping the switch to make sure the sound is turned on. Then the other one I wanted to bring up to show you in here. So here's what I was telling you about. It does show you actually an illustration. if you're checking a trailer. So I don't have one, but if you did, you would hook it up like I showed you. Then the ground would have to go to the frame here. You see, you click it on the frame, then you would go into your ports here and check to make sure you have a signal. See, they're checking the signal for the lights and such on here. It's really good for stuff like that. If for some reason you're driving and your trailer, the signals aren't working, you can use this tool to check and see where your shorts are at. Here it basically tells you how to check bulbs. And then we showed you a lot of the other ones, how to check your fuses, check for signals. Really quick and easy to use unit. Each one of these is 10 feet long, so it'll go up to 20 feet. You can hook it up either your battery or through your cigarette lighter. Fairly simple to use. It's just basically make sure you take it all apart when you're done. Cover that tip with the rubber cap. And then it's got 4 settings on the top. We showed you those. You basically push this button to move from 1 to 4. Then you're doing this to check your positive and negative. If you're checking positive here, you're going negative here. And then there's your button also that I was pushing this button when I was checking to see my voltage, whether I have a straight current or not. This is a really nice tool for troubleshooting electrical issues, fuses, components, such like that. Definitely want to get you one of these. We're going to leave the link in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And if you need an electrical systems diagnostics tester, the PS100 from Autel is a really nice one.